Well, that got interesting in the second half. Broncos win 19-17 over the Green Bay Packers. Broncos got the ball to start the game, and they drove down the field. They got into the red zone. But after a touchdown was called back thanks to a questionable holding penalty, they're forced to kick a field goal. And at 8:27, with 8:27 to go, Will Lutz hits the 32-yard field goal attempt, and it's 3-0 Denver. Then the two teams trade three and outs. And after that, Packers get into Broncos territory, but they're forced to punt. And Broncos get the ball back, and they're driving again. That's how the first quarter ends, 3-0 Broncos. And like I said, the Broncos got driving again, and they got into the red zone again. But they were forced to kick another field goal with 13-14 left in the quarter. Lutz hits a 29-yard attempt. Then the defense forced another punt. And at this point, they were not allowing yards after the catch. So they're doing a good job there. Then there's a bad start to the drive for the Broncos offensive line, and it led to a punt. And the Packers drove the ball down the field, and they missed a 43-yard field goal that would have cut the lead to 3. And the Broncos had a few big plays to get into field goal range, and well, 10.5, with 5 seconds left, Will Lutz hits a 35-yard field goal. It's 9-0 at halftime. Packers got the ball to start the second half, but they get into the red zone, but the defense holds, and so they're forced to kick a field goal with 10:24 to go. Carlson hits a 29-yard attempt. Then the Broncos drive down the field and get into the end zone. With 6:17 left in the third, Wilson hits Sutton for an 18-yard score, and the extra point is good. And the Broncos are up 16-3. Then the Packers do the exact same thing. And with 1:46 to go, Love hits Dobbs for a 16-yard score, and the extra point was good. So it's 16-10. By the way, that touchdown should not have been a touchdown. It should have been a Pat Surtain interception. Then, of course, the Broncos went 3 and out. So the Packers get the ball back at the start of the fourth quarter. They drive the ball down the field. They get some help from a bad rule. And then they find the end zone on a lucky deflection, on a lucky deflected pass. With 8:31 to go in the game, Love hits Reed for a 4-yard score. The extra point's good, 7, and the Packers lead 17-16. And well, then the Broncos drive the ball and take a long drive, get a good chunk of the clock off. They get into Packers territory, and they get a long field goal with 3:50 to play. Lutz hits a 52-yard attempt. And now at this point, the Broncos are no longer stopping plays right after the catch is made, because of course they aren't. And which means the Packers put together a good drive, but with under a minute to play, P.J. Locke gets the interception. But there is still too much time on the clock. So the Broncos still need to get a first down, which they don't. But on fourth down at the end of the game, they run out the clock, and Russell Wilson just chucks the ball away to finally end the losing streak to end the streak of losses when leading at halftime at 10 games. As the Broncos win 19-17, they improve to 2-5. The Packers fall to 2-4. Broncos outgained the Packers close, 339 to 331. Packers outpossessed the Broncos 31-37 to 28-23. Jordan Love completed 21 of 30 for 180 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Russell Wilson completed 20 of 29 for 194 yards and a touchdown. Kansas City next week.